Am I recording already? That's hilarious. Okay, so I'm going to continue. I just really, really, really like keeping it real. And so I shall continue. Welcome to Remembering Our Spirits from the book Around the Year with Emmett Fox, September 12th, 2023. Key words in the Bible: judgment. Judgment in the Bible means deciding upon the truth or falsity of any thought. This process necessarily goes on in our minds all the time we are awake, and the extent to which we judge righteous judgments determines the character of our lives. To accept evil at its face value is to judge wrongly and bring its natural punishment. To decline to believe in evil and to affirm the good is righteous judgment and brings the reward of happiness and harmony. Thus, the judgment is not a great trial to take place at the end of time. It is a process that goes on every day. When Jesus says, "Judge not, that you be judged," Matthew 7:1, he meant that to condemn our brother out of hand instead of seeing the Christ within him is to put ourselves in danger, because we are making a reality of those appearances in him, and whatever we make real, we must demonstrate in our own lives. That's hugely powerful to me, hugely. I began practicing non judgment shortly after my near death experience, and especially in 1995 when I chose to start living alcohol free. I was a hugely judgmental person and compared myself all the time. And there gossiping about other human beings and judging them and putting them down and speaking negatively about them and projecting our fears onto them is not a spiritual practice in any way, shape, or form. And that's how I lived prior to my near death experience. I'm always in the practice of non judgment, always. And it's a practice. The majority of the time, it's a non brainer. And then sometimes it's a real brainer, because whatever is going on internally for me because of my own discomfort, I may start judging people outside of me negatively just to not experience the discomfort I'm feeling inside of me. Non judgment is such a simple, challenging way to start practicing a spiritual practice. Non judgment is such a great, simple tool to begin with. I began with it. I did. And I, for years, lived in this prayer. I am grateful, Holy Spirit, that you enter these judgmental, fear based thoughts. And I am grateful that you transform them into your love and your truth. I lived in that prayer for decades. I still use it. One of the things that I really, really, really enjoy, especially with my mother and my sisters and my daughter, is watching the award shows for movies and entertainment and television. And when I watch those award shows, we can get very critical of the dresses and how people, what people are wearing. And I thoroughly enjoy doing that. And I I personally always bless them afterwards. After I've spent time judging and critiquing what they're wearing, I then bless them. It's such a fun outlet. And I'm aware that I am judging and critiquing. When I do it, I override that critique and judgment that I've temporarily joined with my beloved mother and sisters and daughter, and I bless everybody. Who am I? Who am I to judge? I know what I like. I have opinions, but it's not my place to take those opinions and smother and harm other people with them. There's nothing spiritual about that. Nothing. And when we do that, as Emmett says, and I 100% believe, it's an outpicturing of how you're holding yourself in relationship, which means you have internal work to do to walk through your fears, so that you can experience more genuine love. As always, take the best for you and leave the rest. I was making this face in the beginning of the video because I was thinking about the judgment and criticizing I do during award shows. Blessings. Blessings to all the people in that industry. I enjoy that industry, the industry of entertainment. However, I don't, there's no sourcing it and there's no revering it. And they are, be mindful who you're celebrating, and why you're celebrating people. Okay, enough. Non judgment. Really great place to begin a spiritual practice. Join with me and all of us in the practice of non judgment. As always, take the best for you and leave the rest, and have a blessed day.